Name's Trevor Peterson.
And what do you do here at Twin Cities Mobile Jazz Project?
So I'm the primary instrumental instructor here at Mobile Jazz Project at El Rio Vista. We provide lessons in piano, guitar, bass guitar, drums, really anything that kids want to come in and learn. So we provide opportunities if kids have instruments that they want to bring into the program. Say, for instance, you have somebody who plays the saxophone, clarinet. They can bring those in. I also play saxophone. I have a little bit of experience with woodwind instruments, so we can offer that as well.
Wow, that's pretty cool. What is all this equipment in here?
So we've got full studio computer workstations. We've got iMacs with JBL studio monitors, Focusrite interfaces, and basically we can do any type of studio work that you'd be interested in. We have Ableton, GarageBand, I believe we have Logic as well, and we offer instruction for students who are curious about learning the fundamentals and even more advanced techniques around using those programs.
Well, first of all, none of this stuff looks like beginner equipment.
No, none of it is. This is all the same kind of stuff that you would expect to see in a professional recording studio. A lot of this stuff is better than recording gear that I've had in studios that I've worked in as a musician. So really you can do anything that you would want right here in the building.
Okay. When the kids come in, do you have to convince them of anything, or are they kind of already interested in these kinds of things?
Well, that's been one of the most interesting parts for me as a mentor. Is a lot of the kids, they come in and they don't necessarily know what they want to do with music. Maybe they had a little bit of experience in a school band program, and it's been a very good environment, not only for the students who already have some idea of what they want to do, but also for the kids who don't have any kind of groundwork or any prior experience with music, to kind of just take some chances and try instruments or software, things that they might not even have known existed.
Yeah, I've also noticed that I'll come here on one day and look through the window, and I'll see a whole bunch of kids, and then I'll come back a different day and I won't see those same kids. I'll see some different kids. So in other words, if someone wants to come here, if they miss some classes, does that mess them up, or can they just come anytime they want?
Obviously, it's nice to have regular students. Those are the kids that typically are the most productive. Though we also recognize that kids this age have a lot of stuff going on. So if they're on a sports team, maybe they won't be able to make it one day, but they can come the other day. So it's completely fine if you can't be here every single day.
Oh, so is it more based upon what they want to do as opposed to they're joining a permanent class?
Exactly. It's completely centered around the needs of the student, as opposed to we're trying to run this strict outfit of pushing kids into something they might not necessarily want to do.
Yeah. What do you think about the location? Is it convenient here?
The location is fantastic. It's near a couple of other schools, so it's in walking, easy transportation range for a lot of the kids. The building itself is great.
Okay. Have there been any students here that you've had at any of your high school mobile jazz classes that have come here from high school?
Yes, and that's one of the best things for me to see is, so we've taught classes at Harding, Washington, Humboldt, a couple other high schools. And to see the kids that took the classes there have enough interest that they then seek out the alternative rec center experience is fantastic.
That's wonderful. I like the fact that it's in the midst of a lot of things that are going on here. You know, there's a lot of kids around here, and if they wanted to stick their head in the door, they could.
Yeah, so that's been one of the advantages of having it in a building that doesn't just provide a single service. There are a lot of kids that are just walking through, maybe they're part of a basketball program, maybe they're into something completely different, but they walk by the studio.
Right.
They see what's going on, and they're like, oh, that looks like something I might be interested in.
Well, definitely I know it helps communication skills. I know music is a good leveler to increase concentration and a whole bunch of things.
Yeah.
Because I know in social work and sociology, you know, what musicians call a rehearsal, they will call collaboration. So I see a lot of collaboration going on.
Exactly, and you mentioned using music as a tool to facilitate instruction and just general communication. And that's something that I've had the pleasure of seeing with a couple of our students who maybe came in and they were initially a little bit shy or a little bit reserved, and seeing them grow and mature as people in general, as opposed to just learning a specific guitar technique, learning a specific piano song or something like that. They develop as just all around people.
Well, Trevor, thank you very much. I really appreciate it, and I know you're a professional musician as well.
Yeah.
So it's like a professional teaching the kids what he does, as opposed to something you read in a book.
Exactly, and as a working musician, it's been interesting to be able to offer some of my experience in that field. I felt that was even something that I was kind of missing before I started teaching with Mobile Jazz Project as a program. I felt like I had a lot to offer that I didn't really have an outlet to do it in, because obviously I would prefer to teach in a setting like this as opposed to a traditional classroom.
Yeah.
And I think it works better for some of the students too. So all around, I feel like it's beneficial for everybody.
That's great. Well, just a simple question. How's their music sounding? How are the songs sounding, the stuff that they're doing?
It's sounding good. We have a couple students who came in literally not knowing a single note on the piano, on the guitar, and they're playing songs now. That's, I think, about as much as you could ask.
Okay, so you see direct results.
Definitely, yeah.
Wow, that's a wonderful thing. Well, thank you very much for your time.
Oh, of course.
And thank you for explaining a little bit more about mobile jazz.
Mm-hmm.
Again, this is Trevor Peterson, and we're at the El Rio Vista Rec Center down in the Twin Cities Mobile Jazz Project Workshop in partnership and conjunction with St. Paul Parks and Recreation. Thank you very much.
Thank you.